Hi, welcome to my video on solving equations with ln, natural logarithms. This is part 1. Solve for x in terms of e. Notice we have ln of x minus 4 equals 2. So we change ln to the log base e of x minus 4 equals 2. So we go base, which is e, exponent is 2, equals the number of x minus 4. So I leave the x where it is and go e squared plus 4. And just do a little check on that. Let's take the ln of x minus 4 and we'll sub in x is e squared plus 4 minus 4. That simplifies to plus 4 minus 4 is 0, so e squared. So the ln of e squared is 2. So that checks that we're okay. B, twice the ln of 3x minus 1 equals 6. So we divide by 2. So the ln of 3x plus 1 equals 3. And we change the ln to a log base e of 3x plus 1 equals 3. So base is e, exponent is 3, and the number is 3x plus 1. So we have e cubed. Again, I'm leaving the x here and moving the 1 to the left side to make it negative. Now I'm going to divide all terms or parts of the equation by 3. So x equals e cubed divided by 3 is the same as 1/3 e cubed minus 1/3. So this is solving for x in terms of e. C, we have the lns on the left side but none on the right side. So we have to bring this to a single ln and then do base exponent number. Let's see. The ln of x cubed is the same as 3 ln x. And the ln of x squared is the same as 2 ln x. That's the power rule. If you notice that ln x and ln x are like, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Ln x equals 20. So that means I can divide by 5 and I'll get ln x equals 4. So the ln x is log base e of x equals 4. Base is e, exponent is 4, and the number is x. So x equals e to the 4th. And again, I'll just do a check on that just to show you. I didn't ask you to do a check. So we have e, x is e to the 4th. So we got ln x cubed plus ln x squared. So x is e to the 4th cubed, and x is e to the 4th squared, and this is your squaring, so you multiply power of a power, so it's the ln of e to the 12. Again, 4 squared, e to the 4 squared is 8. You multiply the power of a power, and so that gives us ln of e to the 12 is 12. The ln of e to the 8 is 8, so that gives us 20, and so it just checks. I didn't check this one, but you can if you wish. Let's continue. Solve for x in terms of e. So we have, again, the ln, and so we have ln x subtract ln 2 equals -1, and the subtraction of 2 lns is the ln of the quotient or division. So we have single ln, so we go log base e of x over 2 equals -1. Base is e. Exponent is negative 1 equals x over 2. So if you just put it over 1 and cross multiply, 1 times x is x. So that's 2 e to the negative 1 by cross multiplying. And that's the value of x in terms of e that will make this equation true. E, notice we have the ln of x all squared minus 6 ln x equals 16. So notice we have a ln x here and a ln x here. So I'm going to let ln x equal a. So we have a squared minus 6a equals 16. We have a quadratic, so I'll move it to the right side and make it equal to 0. So a squared minus 6a minus 16 equals 0. And if it's not factorable, I use the quadratic formula, but a squared is a times a. The product is negative 16, the sum is negative 6. Factors of 16 are 1 times 16, 2 times 8, or 4 times 4. Which pair of factors to give you 6? It's got to be 8 and 2. And notice that the product is negative and the sum is positive. Product is negative and the sum is negative. So what two factors multiply to give you 16 and add up to give you 6, 8 and 2? But one of them has to be negative and the other one has to be positive. So it has to be negative 8 plus 2. Multiply negative 8 times 2, negative 16, add negative 6. So that means a minus 8 equals 0, or a plus 2 equals 0. A is equal to 8, a is equal to negative 2. So that means a is ln x, so ln x equals 8. So that means e, the log of base e, x equals 8. So that means that base exponent number. So e to the 8th equals x. And right here we got a equals negative 2. So ln x equals negative 2. And just look, the ln of x has to be greater than 0. You can't do the ln of a negative number. So that negative 2 doesn't work here. So the answer is e to the 8th. If we have another one, ln x all cubed equals negative 8, or no, let's try it again. Ln x all cubed minus 8 equals 0. So this is a cube, so we'll let ln x equal a. So a cubed minus 8 equals 0. That means a cubed equals 8. So if we do to the 1/3 power on both sides, 1/3 times 3 cancels, so you get an a. And 8 to the 1/3 is the cube root of 8, which is 2. So the ln x equals 2. So the log, log base e, x equals 2. So base exponent number. So x is equal to e squared. So just some problems to think about solving. And notice the ln rules are the same as the log rules, so it's always good to do extra problems. Solve for x in terms of e again. So we have ln 4 plus ln 10x minus ln 5 equals negative 2. So we have 3 lns here, so we'll bring the left side to a single ln, and then we'll do base exponent number. Here we go. So the sum of two lns is the ln of the product. So we got 4 times 10x. And the subtraction is a division. So we divide by 5 equals negative 2. So when you're adding lns, you multiply. When you're subtracting, you divide. That simplifies to 5 into 10 goes 2. So that simplifies to an 8x equals negative 2. Ln is the same as the log of, this is e, I'm going to write next in, this log base e of 8x equals negative 2. So base is e, exponent is negative 2, and the number is 8x. So to solve for x, I divide each side by 8. So this is 1/8 e to the negative 2 equals x. And the last one to do, solve for x. We have the ln x plus the ln of x plus 2 equals the ln of 30 minus the ln of 2. So we have lns on each side, so I'm going to simplify each side to a single ln. So the sum of two lns is the ln of the product. The subtraction of two lns is the ln of the quotient, or division. So this is the ln of x squared plus 2x. And this is the ln, 30 divided by 2 is 15. Since I have the ln on each side, we have x squared plus 2x is equal to 15. We got a quadratic, so x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Factor, x squared is x and x. Factors of 15 are 1 times 15, make that a 15, 5 times 3. What factors of the product is negative 15, the sum is 2, so it must be 5 and 3. And the product is negative and the sum is positive, so it has to be a negative and a positive, so it has to be positive 5, negative 3. Multiply, negative 15, add 2. So x plus 5 equals 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to negative 5. X is equal to 3. Now x is, there's, let's see, so can we use the negative 5? So the ln of a negative 5, no. So I put the negative 5 here. You can't do the ln of a negative number. No. X is 3. The ln of 3 is okay. And x is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So that's a 5 and that's a 3. When you multiply, you get 15. When you divide here, you get 15. So this is the answer. So the answer is x equals 3. So that's a few equations solved in terms of e. And this one has no, it has e as when we work with the ln, but we didn't have to solve it for in terms of e. We just had to find a value, which is 3. And if you like my video, click on the like button, and you click on the subscribe button if you wish. Visit my math websites, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.